God. Feminine hygiene mastered.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3. Now, we've been turning our attention to women's health and wellness for the last couple of weeks, and there are so many myths and rumors associated with cleaning and cleansing of the female intimates. Now, joining us to discuss personal feminine hygiene in teen girls is general practitioner and new mom, Dr. Chanel Martinessen. She's here, and it's so great to have you here.
Hi, Zoe. Thank you so much for
You have
having
a
me.
daughter of your own.
3 months old.
Oh, the cutest little girl. But I know that we are here to talk about, you know, young girls. And I think as young girls, when we were young, we were quite embarrassed to talk about, you know, your intimate parts and your hygiene around there. It's not discussions that gets had often. Why do you think it is? Why are we embarrassed as girls to talk about it?
I think the shame comes in. It's a bit a shameful topic because I think parents don't speak about it to their kids. I think the parents are a bit awkward to speak about it as well. So I think if parents are just from a young age start to talk about it and actually take that shame away and make it less of a taboo topic to speak about, then because parents make it like a hush-hush thing. Don't say vagina, don't say this, don't, you know, it's the S word, you know, so I think it's just become a shameful topic because parents don't want to speak about it, which is also why I started my own women's wellness platform called the F Word to speak about these things openly and more comfortably.
And you know what, we need to have these conversations so that there's nothing, and in fact there's nothing to be embarrassed about. We're all women, we all go through this, and it's such an essential part. Now, how would you help a parent to be able to have these conversations with their daughter? It's a conversation you're going to be having.
It's something I've been thinking about.
With your daughter.
Yes, because now that she's 3 months, I was thinking, when do I actually start to speak about these things? I think that parents should start making it a comfortable conversation around the dinner table, you know, speaking about it in general. It mustn't be a go to your room, speak about the birds and the bees, you know, it should be an open conversation. The girl things must be spoken about to the boy things must be spoken about to the girls. Both need to know what's going on because that little girl is going to become a mom like me now who has a girl, and that son is going to become a dad one day with a daughter. So I think they need to speak about it more openly. There's a saying that says 8 is too late. So you need to start from 8 years old, from before 8 years old, because girls are starting to menstruate earlier. So they need to understand what's going to happen in their bodies, and they'll be more comfortable once they actually know what to expect.
And I love that you say this is not just a conversation for the girls, it's a conversation for sons and daughters. And I love that you mentioned this needs to be a conversation, not just a once-off one, but
open
continuous.
All the time.
Continuous. There we go.
It's a normal conversation.
Normal conversation. And it helps when you have products that makes it so much easier. So I wanted to know from you, what are some of the most common myths associated with when it comes to female hygiene, especially your private parts?
Yes, especially we'll focus on this today, but there are many. The 3 that I want to focus on is, I call it wash, wipe and wax. Okay. So the washing is, girls think they need to scrub the vagina, like the intimate part. You don't have to scrub it, and you should not be using soap to scrub it. You know, you should actually just be, water is perfectly fine, and there are intimate hygiene products that are pH balanced, fragrance-free, that actually are good for the environment of the intimate parts, because the vagina itself actually cleans itself. It does not have to be cleaned out with any soap and a scrub and anything like that.
So that was the wash part. You mentioned 3. I want to now know all 3.
The wipe part is, many girls are not taught to wipe when they go to the bathroom. They're not taught to wipe from the front to the back. Many girls wipe from the back to the front, and they actually introduce the organisms from the anus, from the back, to the front, and that's 2 completely different environments. So that's when girls get more bladder infections and rashes and discharge, because they're disrupting the pH balance of the intimate part. And then that's wipe. So wiping from front to back, and only once, not back and forth, back and forth. And then this 3rd thing is, okay, this is not now intimate type, but wax, the wax in our ears, it's actually good wax. We should not be pushing the cotton buds deep in and pushing the wax back inside, because that's when it becomes impacted. inside and need syringing to get out.
Okay.
So yeah, that's just for general
general
hygiene.
health. You know what? I love this conversation. I love your elements of the wash, wipe, and wax talk. And I think a lot of parents will be able to implement these types of conversations with both their sons and their daughters. Now we have, of course, GynaGuard, which is a unscented fragrance. It's also got it is soap-free, which is what you recommended in terms of different types of things that parents can get their kids.
Yes.
Well, Chanel, it's so great to have you here. Thank you for joining us for today's conversation. And so give your sweet little girl a big fat kiss from Auntie Zozo.
I will.
Now, there are different types of conversations that also allow girls to be taught the correct way to create and maintain good personal feminine hygiene. Now, we have given you the chance to win a 1,000 Rand GynaGuard hamper by answering our social media competition question. And last week, we asked you, what do you think is the most common mistakes that women make when it comes to their personal hygiene? And we are so excited to announce our next lucky winner. Can we say congratulations to Noluthando Dlala? Now, this is what Noluthando said. The most common mistake women make is definitely taking advice from social media on how to take care of their personal hygiene. Ladies, learn your own body. What works for one person might not work for you. Hashtag GynaGuard, hashtag feminine hygiene, hashtag Expresso Show. Now we actually have Noluthando on the line. Good morning, Noluthando.
Good morning.
Oh, you know what? You still sound slightly asleep. Do you know that you've just won yourself that GynaGuard hamper? How does it feel?
It feels so good. Thank you so much.
Oh, you are most welcome. I love the comment you made. Why is it so important to you to follow, good feminine hygiene and to trust yourself and your own body?
It's very important for me to follow feminine hygiene because I see a lot of women make a lot of mistakes when it comes to their bodies because they follow what everyone else is doing instead of just doing their own thing and investing in their own products.
Oh, well, Noluthando, that is why you are today's winner. Congratulations and enjoy your GynaGuard hamper.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. If you want to be like Noluthando, you can stand a chance to win your own GynaGuard hamper to the value of 1,000 Rand. And we're giving these away weekly. Simply tell us how and when you think parents should discuss personal feminine hygiene with their teenage daughters by replying to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page. And don't forget to include those hashtags GynaGuard and feminine hygiene. The competition will close on the 19th of September. There are some T's and C's that can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
GynaGuard, feminine hygiene mastered.